All right, so what's poppin', Big Headed fam? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Big Headed Unfiltered. It's your boy, Big Gotti.
It's your boy, BZ Mac, and the handicapper assassin.
And it's the kid. Everybody love. Your boy, KV and Versace. What's happening?
Off top, what's happening, my niggas? Hey, look, jump into that news for him. Let them know what's been popping this week, B.
We gonna get right to it. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Off top, man, off top.
It's great to be back on Unfiltered. We gonna kick it off with your boy, 03 Greedo, man.
Damn.
So he got stripped by his own hood, Grape Street. I guess they're feeling some type of way after he ain't giving back to the hood after he's been using the hood for his name, to carry his name. And I think that has a lot to do with his, upbringing from Grape Street. And they're trying to say he's not even really from Grape Street. So is he from Grape Street or he isn't?
Well, I mean, he can not be from the hood, but be from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the way I see it though, like it's like, if you repping the name or something like that, bro, like you can rep the name. But I mean, I feel like they should be, content with what he's doing for their whole neighborhood anyway.
So you saying they should be content with him just repping that gang, but not giving back nothing to the community?
I'm not saying not giving back, but at the end of the day, they don't know what he's really going through. You know what I'm saying? Like most people don't understand what a person be living like. It's not like they're asking them, you know what I'm saying, what your finances looking like, what your pockets looking like, what problems you got going on. They're only worried about self-serve. You know what
I understand that.
And it's like, I didn't even know about any of this until BZ told me about this, bro. And it was like, to me, it's crazy and it's audacious to me because, like, how are you gonna go strip somebody for something? You know what I'm saying? You don't know what he going through or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who he got to feed at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, most of the time, it's like you guys are gaining clout off of this fool anyway.
Well, I gotta say this. Let me jump in right there.
Yeah.
Because 03 Greedo is accused of snitching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So in his case, they say he told or he had a sit down with the DEA, and basically he was a co-defendant. You know what I mean? But he turned into a state witness. You know what I mean? So that's one thing, right?
Right.
But I'll say like this. I think that if he ain't giving nothing back to the community, then what do you expect people to do to him? I mean, you are repping Grape Street, right? You doing all this stuff. DC Baby Draco basically, exposed you because no one else even knew about it. But since DC Baby Draco went out there in LA and he did a hood vlog, basically he seen the chains and everything, and they was like, bro, don't post this yet. And he was keeping it respectful. But after a while, when they posted it, he was like, I'm gonna post it too. You know what I mean?
And I didn't even see 03 in that. So it's like if he's from Grape Street, he would at least show up and make a cameo.
That makes sense.
So to them, that's making them look like he's just using the hood for his advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Just for clout.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
I can see where they'll get mad like, oh, we need something.
But I also
we're gonna take something.
I understand your point of view. I meing, he's working for all this. I mean, like, do you really just, go out there and rob this man for his chains?
But just think, would he be that far if he wasn't repping Grape Street? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he probably would be that far though. You know what I mean? Because his music was.
Yeah, that's facts though. But it just throws another stigma over to him because he was more like of an auto-tune and singer, but the Grape Street gave him that gangster image. You know
Are you really gonna say that? Because I don't feel.
I don't know. I don't think he'd be as far as he was without Grape Street.
Damn, bro. I mean, before I even knew personally about who 03 Greedo was,
right,
I just heard never fold, never bend.
No, I could get it. But
right, so I never
knew. He did all those in Grape Street.
I never knew nothing about Grape Street, though. I just knew of him as being a good artist.
Right, just Greedo. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I first heard about him, he did that one song, that Run For Your Life. That's the first song I ever heard from him, that Run For Your Life.
Oh, yeah, that's just like...
But all those songs, he was in Grape Street, using the projects, using them to build his name.
Oh, so you saying like the behind the scenes type, so they knew he was in there shooting all them songs and he wasn't giving back.
Sure.
Okay, I see what you mean. What was you going to say?
What I was going to say is, like, honestly, I feel like that, like, even being from the neighborhood or, you know what I'm saying, the hood or whatever, like, he's individually making songs for himself. Now, it'd be different if the hood was making songs with him. Ain't nobody else making music like him and nobody else doing what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's out there doing shows and tapping in where real hit is and all this other stuff, and it's like, yeah, they could all be gangsters and stuff like that, but where do they have any right to try to take something from a person that he individually worked for?
I understand
even
that.
from being there from their neighborhood, that shouldn't even really matter. It's the fact
that
I built this legacy myself.
I'm not mad at you. Help. I'm not mad at you for saying that. I mean,
but they took him. They took 03 Greedo under their wing. They said, we see something in you.
Did they give him money?
No,
did they supply him with anything?
No,
he had
but we don't know what they gave him.
Right, but still, from what my perspective,
I think the dude named Munchie. I think he the one that put him on. So if anything, I mean, he should be giving back to Dude, because Dude is the one that went on No Jumper. I don't know if that's his name, but everybody could correct me if I'm wrong. But I think the dude named Munchie, he went on No Jumper and basically exposed 03 Greedo, basically saying he ain't doing this for the hood and doing that.
Yeah, because I heard he was from some whole other area. Grape Street took him in because they knew he had talent, and he ran with the Grape Street image, and that just helped him more.
But that's exactly what you just said right now. That they took him in because he was already buzzing and he was doing his own thing, and just knowing that his talent alone, wasn't nobody else's talent, it's his talent alone.
Okay. He didn't have to rep Grape Street,
right?
though.
He didn't have to do any of that, but he did that because they wanted him around. So he obviously went and indulged himself with people that said they want him around, and then for them to just turn around and backdoor him because he got his shine. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, sometimes you got to give back. Sometimes you ain't got it like that. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just because you got a couple chains doesn't mean you filthy rich.
No,
you know
but you're right, because we see it like Mozzie. He got people in his hood saying, "Oh, he didn't put me on," and we grew up right alongside with him.
Like some of the shooter gang niggas.
But he from up north though. So 03 Greedo grew up in Sacramento. Let's keep it 1,000.
That's what I mean.
Hold on. Let's keep it 1,000 though. 03 Greedo grew up in Sacramento. Yeah. That's what he says. That's his whole little testimony. He grew up in Sacramento. So when you go back to LA and try to bang Grape Street,
yeah, they're gonna look at you crazy.
You should almost give back to the hood.
That's what I'm saying.
That way, you don't even have none of this to even transpire. Yeah. None of this would even happen because you supposed to get back to the hood, especially if you was in Sacramento all your life. How you expect them to look at you?
Or them looking at you like a lick.
They're supposed to be real certified hustlers and gangsters, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be out there looking for no handout. Like I'll tell you like
but
this.
You're not a gang member.
Yeah, it's a principle.
But you're not a gang member. Can I say this to you?
Right.
You're not a gang member. If you was in a gang and you look at it from that aspect, right? And you just look at it from that. I want you to keep it real. Look at it from that aspect. Period. You gonna have to give something back to the hood.
For sure, it's the principle. Right. It's the principle.
But honestly, yeah, you're gonna give back. But like, why wouldn't bros just want to, you know what I'm saying, tap in with his movement? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing his music and stuff. Why didn't they jump on the bandwagon and start doing music with him? So they blow up with him. You know what I'm saying? They catch the same clout. They get their own money at the same time.
To them, it's
talent.
Yeah,
right.
To them, it's
but
like,
you don't even gotta have talent. If you don't have, you could be rapping with the person with the talent, and you could be trash, and you can still make it. You know how many rappers that I hear that are garbage on there with a really fly brother or somebody that really rap that got bars, and all they gotta do is do a little 12 bars. You know what I'm saying? 10 bars, and just get on the song. But
to them, it's like you're repping the hood when it's convenient. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
You even got to look at it like that one weirdo that got on that one song with the what is it? Migos song, that Raindrop, Drop Top, and it's like that
Lil Uzi
like,
verse. Lil Uzi.
That weird ass, you know what I'm saying?
Lil Uzi verse.
Flow like a hose.
Yeah, but what are you saying? What are you saying by that?
That fool was trash on that song. That song was like,
but he brought a different look to the song.
But how does that? I hear what everybody's saying, but I'm trying to get back to the original argument. So how does that?
Yeah, we getting off track.
How does that stop the fact that you was from up north, or you was in up north Sacramento? You came back to LA. You started rapping Grape Street. You had all these people on No Jumper with you, right? And then all of a sudden, right, when you disappear, and then when it comes time to take your charges like a man, people saying you telling. That's one thing. Right. And then not only is you telling, but you're not giving back to the hood. How are they supposed to look at you?
There's a lot of stuff.
And if you got some little youngsters, 17, you know how this is. If you got some little 16, 17-year-olds in the hood with bangers,
yeah, they're going to get it out.
They're going to strip you. They're going to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't putting them on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying 03 is a bad person. But what I will say is this.
They're looking at him like a lick for sure.
Because you ain't helping us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Right. It's like you ain't helping us come up. You ain't helping us do nothing. You over here shining and we not.
He said he was from Atlanta and all this. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, then he started saying he from Atlanta. He was in Atlanta. So it's just it's a slippery slope.
Big old question mark.
But when we say things like you shouldn't take people's jewelry and stuff.
Right.
I mean, you can't tell somebody else how to feel.
But don't get me wrong, though. His music is undeniable. It's just he got to take care of those internals, you know what I'm saying? The internal beefs or whatever.
I mean, he never should have brung up Grape Street stuff.
He never should have rapped Grape Street if he ain't going to give back. Yeah,
right.
Facts.
Because, I mean, like, these projects, bro, they go through Section 8 housing. They go through all kind of different things, bro. Like, they need help. If you making all the, I don't care if you made 300,000.
It felt like they probably felt exploited or something.
Hey, 100. I don't care if you made 300,000. Period. Point blank. You made 300,000. It's like, hey, wait a minute. You could hit us with a little cool 20 ball.
No, yeah, for sure.
Because that chain he got on cost
at least do a giveaway.
At least $1. Yeah, give at least 100. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's me. I mean, that's my personal opinion, man.
Yeah, but shout out to Greedo, man.
Shout out to Greedo.
his music's great. You know what I mean? Just keep that up. Just handle your business, man.
But I don't think he's gonna get out of the fire because I think that everybody gonna go hard on you, and if they took your jewelry already, that means you all too deep all bad. Yeah. Like basically, probably the only way you are gonna get that back is if you take a DP. You know what I mean? Because
for sure.
You probably gonna need a DP at this point. That's how they probably feeling. And if you ain't willing to do that, then just make music and stay away from the gangbang stuff so much.
It gets deep.
Facts.
But
I feel your point though, P. I ain't finna lie. I do feel your point.
No, you got to look at it from both ways for sure.
But I'm just telling you because gangs.
Right. That makes it a whole different,
they'll extort you
aspect
for sure.
like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I already know. I understand that.
Any chance they get.
Yeah, gangs is different, bro. If you from a hood, bro, they gonna want like if you know, like you didn't seen the baller of the hood out here, and he dropping off zips to everybody, and he got everybody eating.
And there's always that hater watching, like, oh, I don't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you got enough of the hood eating, the hater ain't gonna be able to supersede that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but it ain't like that. Somebody was, you know what I'm saying, felt some type of way.
No, that mean he wasn't having.
They were getting in his ear. You know
he wasn't having enough people eat because he would have never even got touched.
Exactly.
if it was all eating.
But shouts out to Greedy, man.
Facts, man.
And we